Yo, what's going on? It's Monday and we're back. I'm your co-host, Buckeye City Soul, aka Flexington Steel, aka Prince of Shamunda. No, I'm just Kev. But we got a little show for you today. We might get done early. We might not. We had some technical difficulties with the internets at Polo's house. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick it to the leader of the Light Skin Legion.
I mean, just took my mojo there. But
Got it.
now what's going on, y'all? It's Molly Mall, aka I done copped another one. Back with you on a Monday. Glad to be here. Excited. I felt like forever. God, what was that? 2 weeks? Shit,
Right.
felt like 2 months, man. Oh my. Well, like I said, we're excited to be back. Got some great topics, some things to talk about. Looks like it's just gonna be a little bromance, Kevin Moore.
Yeah.
Just chopping it up unless I've fallen and I can't get up. Decides
Yeah.
to come join us, but we're gonna do it either way, man. The show must go on.
We will figure it out. And let's see. Let's go ahead and get right into it with the what's in the box.
What's in the box?
Because I envy your normal life.
Put the gun down, David.
It seems that envy is my sin.
Oh, what's in the box?
What's in the box? Sponsored by the Container Store. What's up, Danny Dabs, Ryan Douglas, Mel the First, the filthy artist. What's good? This is where we talk about what we picked up. Sometimes we skim over some of the other stuff, but I'm just gonna show. I haven't bought much of anything in the past 3 weeks, and I don't think Ma's really bought anything. It's been kind of a lull with the sneakers coming out, or maybe I've been broke. I don't know.
No, I've, as I mentioned in the past, I've been more selective. Every now and then I get the itch. I'm like, oh damn, I just bought something like the fours, like the Raptor fours that we're gonna talk about. Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like next came out, I was like, oh, click. But outside of that, I did pick up both of the SBs that came out, the Jordan ones. I
Okay.
picked up both of those, the LA joints and the New York to Paris. And I know you got at least one of those, if not both. I haven't messed with them outside of the regular pick I took of the LA joints, but I did get something today, which is crazy dope, which I'll share. And shout out to the homie, you know who you are. You know who you are, because this one was special. So this is actually a pair of Curry PEs that he
Okay.
wore.
Oh, he wore them.
From someone. Yes, sir. This is Steph 12 and a half. So
Oh,
these
man,
are the
I need to-
PE
I need to be a
surprise
Steph Curry
party
fan.
joint.
Steph Curry.
So it's got the special insole, like all the stuff that didn't come out in the release pair. I don't know,
Okay.
it's probably glued, but I'm gonna take some shots of it. I don't know if you can see inside there.
Yeah, I got you.
You can see Steph, like his whole childhood photo and everything like that. And then we're talking about 2015 stuff. You can look in there. You got taking a jump shot. It's a
man.
surprise party on the side as well. So this was crazy dope. I saw these, my jaw dropped. I was just like, wow. So again, shout out to you. You know who you are.
Yeah, that's your dude too. So that's definitely awesome. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the Under Armour, but that's really cool though. As far as what I got, I'll just show what I have in the box first. SB, LA to Chicago. This was the
My
only pair.
lace?
I'm gonna keep this the same way the whole time. I don't think I'm ever gonna reveal it. If it starts
Why?
coming apart, then I will, cause I already got Chicago's.
No.
I mean, I got Chicago's, I got Spider-Man's, and I got H2H. So, I like it like this, honestly.
I've seen a lot of dope designs. People really freaking those out. Like with the inverted swoosh on the toe box, like the Nigel's, like
Right.
really dope work. Outside of just rubbing the paint off and converting it to a new shoe, like I saw some really dope artistic, creative design.
Yeah, I did.
Like
I did
if
see
someone
one.
could do something like that for me on my pair, because I can't. If someone could
Yeah.
do something like that on my pair, that'd be super crazy.
Yeah, I revealed my other SB, Lance Mountain, and I don't know. I might just take all of it off. But hold on, I want to go through real quick in the.
Let me get the.
I see Daniel Lister and One-Legged Lister.
Yo.
Thank you.
Got lister in the building.
hopefully you gave thumbs up on both. Now we got Retro, we got D-Lo, we got Adams Kicks, we got Beauty and Kicks. Oh, Alicia's in the house. Lars, Matza, and then I seen Dabs up in there. I also did get these on our hiatus. Gym Red, Jordan 1. I think these are Gym Reds too, right? There's so many Gym Reds. There's these. I don't think you can see. Well, these.
Wait a minute. Did you pose the question in the chat and you already had them in hand?
No. These are the different ones. These are the Europe ones.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about the other ones have the black background.
Yes.
But yeah, got these. I had ordered them from StockX before, but there was a problem. I guess the box was messed up or whatever. I don't care about the box. The box is gone. But I ended up getting these.
Normally, they'll just contact you and ask you if it's okay.
Yeah, I would have said, cool, send them, because it was a good deal. And it was I think those were 12 and a half. These are 12 and a half as well. So 12 and a half is perfect for me. So
it was a good deal, so they decided to keep them.
Man, I think they do that sometimes, man. I can't confirm those. I don't want to get no letter or nothing. But I did get these.
Damn, son.
Trophy Room 5.
I need that Kev money, y'all.
I honestly thought that these were gonna I thought they were gonna cost more. You know what I'm saying? Like only
they cost a lot. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, but they could have been higher, I think, at 7,000 pairs and the Jordan 5. I mean, maybe just people don't mess with 5s like that. But you know what I'm saying? I ended up getting them. Well, I was planning on getting a whole bunch of other stuff, but then I made an executive decision. I was gonna buy the LeBron lava pack with the black and the white one, but I figured that those will probably go on sale. And then I have the original Andre Agassi, but I have the what is it? The French Open pair with the stripes on the side. So I was like, I don't need to get that. So, you know, I went ahead and bought that instead of those two LeBrons. I thought that was a good idea, you know. And plus they're going up. Now, I will be salty if Trophy Room does what they did before and come out with the non-number. Yeah, the unnumbered, because I'd have just got the unnumbered pair.
Oh yeah, I don't need the number pair. It is what it is.
Yeah, so hopefully they don't do that, because they did that on the, what was it, the 16s?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did, because I ended up with a pair. I was like, oh man, I'm about to get the number. You know, I wonder what my number's gonna be, and nope. So hopefully they don't do that this time, or come out with a whole nother 1 through 7,000. You know, but I don't know. So you want to go through what's dropping?
Yeah, we could highlight some things.
Seen some people come in. Adam, what's good, man? Y'all coming to Dallas? I see Mr. Bear 76 splash on Drippy. BG was here, the king of 5s.
Get him, ball.
Jody's in the house. Shalico's in the house.
Jody live.
Word Customs. Word. IBA Sneakerhead. What's good?
All right, let me get a screen share popping. Make sure I don't.
Yeah, make sure you don't show.
I'm trying to share the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying?
I got it.
No, actually, let me scan the ads too. Sometimes the ads be.
Yeah, they be like hymns. Or what is it? That one where any kind of male inefficiency. And I see Mr. Orchard Beach in the house too.
Wavy.
Heads ain't ready.
All right.
Heads ain't ready. All right, let me go ahead.
All right, you got me locked in?
Got you.
I bet. So, starting off, we got a Nike Air Max 98 Team Red Green Strike Wolf Gray, which ain't bad to be. Oh, shit.
Oh, where'd it go?
Actually, it's not bad. It won't let me enlarge it. That's the downside. But I kind of like the colorway, especially that green swoosh. The red is a little bit too much for me, and with me being so picky these days, it's a pass. But I don't think it's a terrible colorway.
I'm just not a huge. You talking about the 98s?
Yeah, dropping on the 6th, Friday.
I'm not a huge fan of the 98s, but I mean, it's not a bad pair. But especially, I've been peeling back, the spending
Thursday,
too. So
my bad. Holy, you drop on Thursday. A lot of pairs drop on Thursday. Apparently, a lot of runners. I don't know. So Nike Vapor Max Flyknit 3, probably dumb comfy, but you already know how I feel about Vapor Max.
Vapor Max aren't really even that comfortable. I mean, you would think that they would be super comfortable, but it's almost like you're walking on a platform. It's weird. I see
dropping as well, if you notice that.
Gone AWOL, Mr. Case Connoisseur, and OG Kick stopped in too.
Yo.
And I see Skip up there looking at.
His internet about to go out though.
Yeah, he got a timeshare internet service.
Women's colorway, 180.
You can get it for one. You can get it for 130.
Previously released pair. We got 2 Nike Reacts on Thursday as well. A Pure Platinum Team Bread Volt Glow. As well as a Ghost Aqua, Total Crimson, and Black.
The white pair is not bad.
I'm not a fan of the design. I know it look kind of like the Element or whatever.
Yeah.
But now, like that Transformer back, I'm not really feeling that.
I don't have any of those. People say that they're comfortable, but
another colorway dropping in those as well. Wolf Gray Sapphire, Dusty Peach.
What's up with that Dusty Peach colorway?
I don't know, man.
Let's get into the
Adidas Yeezy 700
Yeez balls.
Venta. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't really like these at all. I have some 700s, but I don't like the V2 really at all. Something about them, and maybe the first version took so long to grow on me in the first place, and then I was like, all right, well, I kind of like these now, and I ended up with 3 pairs of 700s. But I do like the Salt and the what's the other one? It's just like the Salt.
That rose color.
Analog. I think it's Analog. But I like those. I don't like the V2.
These are all hard nosed for me. So Friday we got a Nike Air Max 2 Light for $140. White on white, or in this case off white.
That's what you buy when you go to an impromptu white party and you don't have anything really to. That's all white.
They look pretty dad-esque.
Yeah, that was like a nurse shoe.
For real. We got Undercover Times Nike Daybreak.
I think those are kind of cool. I don't know if they're for me, but they look interesting.
Yes.
Like that blue.
So we got several colorways. Yeah, we got the black pair, the yellow, gray, black, and then they got a blue, black, and gray.
Like, I don't know if I can like these because I hate Nike Cortez, and they are kind of Cortez-esque, but I think what I don't like about the Cortez is the toe box, and they have like a slightly different, like a more pointier toe box, which I think is cooler. And then with that distressed look in the back, I think that it's a dope shoe. That between that and the Sakai, hopefully I can get one of those someday.
Yeah, I'm over it. We got the Adidas Yeezy 350 Boost V2 with the black joints. Pretty tough.
I'm gonna try.
So that's an easy work shoe for me, so I can get away with it.
Oh, you can wear them to work? I can wear them on an office day.
I'm not supposed to, but I'm gonna try.
You gonna go for the reflective or the non-reflective?
I'll go for the reflective too, but I know I won't get it. It's gonna be a Yeezy supply.
Yeah, it'll be a tough one. Yeezy supply. If you're up at 3 a.m, it's not hard. If you're up when they drop, it's not too hard to cop. But most of the time I wake up and I see, they dropped, or I get an email late as hell.
Exactly. It is what it is. I'm numb to it. It just doesn't even matter to me.
Shalico said the Cortez are Webster's shoes. That's right, Mr. Papadopoulos.
Cortez, man, that's where it's at. Nike Kyrie 5 Have a Nike Day. It's about a day late and $1 short. in the wrong colorway.
Are you done? Are you done with the 5s?
Crazy pairs. Nah, there's a couple more 5s coming out that I saw that I can't talk about yet that are crazy dope.
That Red Friends I thought was dope, honestly.
Red Friends is fire. There's like 3 alternate Have a Nike Day Kyrie 5s that could have dropped. I don't know how this one made it. If you were gonna drop this, drop it during Easter.
Yeah,
it looks just like the Air Max.
They gotta have something to put in the outlet, man.
I guess, but yeah, they Kyrie teased a pic too of the Be True Kyrie 5, which I don't think is releasing, which looks just like the Air Max 90, with the way that they have like the different color swooshes.
Hey, Miss DMV Soul, thank you for the $25 dono. Oh hey.
Oh hey. On Saturday as well, we got a Nike Air Max 720 Saturn.
Man, I can't
get jiggy to that.
I don't know. Like, I mean, we're gonna talk about the Be True collection. I don't know about that air bubble. Is it too? It's too high, isn't it?
I don't know what the deal is.
And then it looks kind of like it looks like something you would box in. Go on AWOL. Good looking out on the dollar dono, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Hello. Also, we got Nike Air Force D Book, $100. Barely gray. Moon Particle, Pale Ivory. That's a great colorway.
Man, I don't get excited. The only Air Force ones that I like the SF when they first dropped. But you know, the only ones that I really want would probably be the Off-White. You can call me a hype beast or whatever. Something looks different about those to me.
Man, the material's different. They're comfortable. Yeah, I get it. This colorway ain't bad. If I was like into Air Forces like that,
right,
I would consider the D Books. It's clean. Got that other swoosh right there. Pretty dope.
I kind of wish that I did like Air Force ones because there's so many dope, obscure ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could get down that rabbit hole, but I guess that would be even bigger problem. So I won't wish that upon myself.
And then we got the Nike KD12 for $150. White, black, wolf gray.
They should have just made these $100 because when they first hit the outlet, I just can't see people really buying these. They should have done something different with the back of these. I think that it's that cut up at the top. I wonder if that gets into your Achilles, like when you're trying to play. Like if it's, because I know it's not like it's sturdy somewhat, so I could see that really messing with you.
Well, hell, on the injured reserve or on the injured list now.
Is he coming back? Is he coming back?
Hey, they saying game 4, man. They're gonna need somebody. I'm about to get called up. They're about to.
Man, yeah, they got nobody. Like this is when I want to see Cleveland playing when they're hurt. We could have got some dubs.
Too bad. And below they claim the Nike Air Force God 1 Sail in Black coming out. I won't put too much stock in that unless you know otherwise. But that's it, man. What is your number 1 pickup of the week? Like, what's the one you gotta have?
The only one that I would go for most likely is gonna be the Black Easy. I probably, I wouldn't mind those. What are the ones the ones that like the Cortez? What's the name of those again?
Oh, the Undercover?
Yeah, the Undercover. I wouldn't mind having a pair of those too, but I checked in for the Yeezys already, so.
Oh, I gotta check in tomorrow, something like that.
So hopefully, Champs or Foot Locker. Hopefully Foot Locker, because I got some gift cards. Foot Locker.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I feel pretty good about it. Usually when they hit the app, I do well there. So. Knock on wood, we'll keep that rolling. But yeah, that's the only one that I really want. The Undercover and all those other stuff, like I don't have room for that. I gotta get rid of a lot before I start just adding random new stuff in there.
Yeah, I think I want to try them on, but you can't. You have to buy them. You're not gonna find those at the store, at least right away, unless they start going nuts and making 1,000
that
of
Nike
them.
Fit app. You know, they talk about the Nike Fit app. You just,
When is it coming out though?
I don't know, probably next year.
Well, shit. Well, let's go ahead and let's get into the topic number 1. All right. Topics sponsored by City Jeans Premium, as well as 8-9 Manufacturing Company. Now, where did I don't know where the artwork went for them, and I do apologize, but the link is in the description, and if you get a chance to check it out, tag us in whatever you buy, so we can go ahead and shout you out. But this particular topic, we're gonna get into the Be True campaign. Will you cop? Would you cop? I'd like to see what people are, what people in the chat, what you think. Would you buy any of these? And if so, which ones? And if not, why wouldn't you buy them? Ma, what do you think about the collection?
Listen, I support, anything. I buy what I like. And, if I was back where I was copping just about anything, then this would be something I would rock. I mean, I posted today because last year I had taken a picture with the Curry 5s and the Under Armour Time Stance Be True sock. Or technically not Be True because that's a Nike thing, but
right.
The Pride socks.
Right.
Like, listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, I support everybody, the cause. If it's a dope shoe, it's a dope shoe, and I'd rock it. And that's it.
Right. I think was it the 90? The 90, I think is dope. I like the color of the 720, but I don't know if I actually like the 720, if that makes any sense. I think like the way that they got the color fade, I just think is a cool shoe. And I'm gonna be completely honest. Like when I was growing up, like in high school and stuff like that, like, and probably people from where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that maybe not as progressive. Like, I didn't grow up as progressive. I didn't even know anybody until I went to college. You know what I'm saying? So then when you start figuring out, and then you kind of relate their struggles to, struggles of being, a black male, it's kind of hypocritical if you don't support, like, I think that we all deserve to be, treated equally and support one another. And I know that shout out to Adam Ellsworth. He said, it's cool that Nike's doing this, but they got to stop just putting rainbows and actually start telling stories.
Right.
And, that made a lot of sense to me, because we say the same thing about BHM. Stop putting kente cloth on there, and I think, what did they do with the Dominican Republic? They took like something from Panama, like some Panamanian art.
Was it supposed to be Puerto Rico?
Okay, Puerto Rico. Yeah, okay, it was something,
basically something from
another culture.
Right.
To and I know, the rainbow is supposed to talk about, equality and unity, and that everybody comes in different shapes and sizes, and that's what families are about.
You don't even need the rainbow. As long as you hit the shoe off with like a dope gradient pattern somewhere, I feel like you can get the same message off. The actual, like, Be True and something similar to like I had my Kyrie 2 customized with all the different caricatures and emojis and stuff like that, or even like the Currys where they had all the different messaging,
right?
All his sayings, the I can do all things, like stuff like that, and take it a step further. You talk about the stories, how they do with Airbags Day, like I think that would be much more effective and would shed light and awareness and educate, as opposed to just throwing out a shoe with
right. Just what a rainbow is, but like, it would be cool to kind of know like the leaders and some of the things that the stories that people would go through. Because I watch like a movie about something in history, in Black history, that I'm like, oh wow, like that'd be cool if people got to see that side of of our culture. You know what I'm saying? Or of see different sides, and what upholds stereotypes and things like that. But and one of the things that I wanted to see, people's honest reactions. And like I said, where I come from, I don't know if you would see, a heterosexual male wearing these shoes. Here in Columbus, like, it's everybody together for the most part. It's very progressive. Everybody's in the same places. But in Cleveland, it's a whole different ballgame. Even black and white is still different. Like, I'll go to a place and there'll be black and white people, but the black people would be with the black people and the white people with the white people. And I thought, and I didn't even notice it until I left and came back. And here, you'll see, you'll see a straight guy with a rainbow shirt, and I think that's dope. I think that's a sign of where we're going in the times. And I honestly lost a little bit of faith in things, with the last election and everything like that, because I saw a regression in, people's togetherness.
I don't know if that's necessarily a regression. You just people kind of
maybe the mask just came off. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they said, "Oh, okay, I want to be out here and be how I am," and maybe that's true. Would you rather have it the other way and live in ignorance? Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
But so I mean, what are your guys' opinions of this? I saw DJ Mel Beast. He said that she wished the tail one had different color, but she liked them. Let's see.
Tail one is dope. I think that might be low key the dopest out of them.
Which one's it?
The tail one.
The tail one. The tail one. It does look dope. I don't know. Like, I think I'd like to see the tongue a different color. But I think it's a smooth looking shoe. It looks like it's got quality to it. I
like the upper of the 720. Like, I've got I just put them away. I was gonna say I got a pair of 720s right here. But like,
so what do you think of those?
I was just straight out. If they just put those out and there was no storyline behind it and that was just a colorway, like, that's something I could see myself picking up, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I think that is dope. Especially you got like the purple, the blue gradient.
I just think, just how it fades
like,
perfectly.
The whole spectrum is really sick.
It just fades perfectly. So I mean, I like to see them in person to see. But that's the kind of shoe that you're probably not going to see in your store because they're going to go. And
Good.
I think it's good that they're going to go, but I think that it'd be awesome to be able to offer that to more people than just a select few. So, maybe somebody.
I don't gotta wait. I know my size.
Well, I mean, with runners, how Nike sometimes gets. Sometimes a half size small. Sometimes, sometimes they need to go to a 12.5. Sometimes they need to go to a 13. Mm-hmm. So when I'm taking chances on stuff, I sometimes I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna do it because, I don't want to.
Right. Well, I already did that on the first drop. I got 10.5. I'm like, yo, you really need an 11. So. Like, I know my size in the 720s now, so I'm good. The tail ones, on the other hand, I don't know. I would order true to size and hope. You know what I mean?
90s run small on me, like 90. So I need at least a 12.5, if not a 13. Let's see here. So out here getting. Oh, okay. Nah. There was one I wanted to read. Oh, Lars said that the 720s would be super dope with a blacked out air unit, and maybe. Some of the allure might just be the clear. It looks clean.
Yeah. I like these a lot. If I wasn't being so daggone cheap right now.
Yeah, shoot, I'm being cheap too, especially with the Dallas trip coming. Man, you gotta let me know, man. You gotta be coming. I see Shumanati stepped in the building. Rep Milwaukee 414.
That's TBD, man. Yeah, I'm trying to put the pressure on me.
Yeah, put the pressure on Ma. And can I get who is anybody else in the chat? Are y'all coming to Dallas? Are y'all coming to Dallas?
So I'm considering it.
Let me know. I've been to Dallas one time, and it was Amistad boat hot. Like, it was hot, and that's gonna be near July. It was near July. Ooh. Man. But well, let's get on to the next one. The next one we're going to talk about is we're going to get into a little bit of the playoff talks. You know, kind of give us. We got we're 2 games in and we're tied. And you guys might be surprised as to know who I'm rooting for. We already know who Maul is rooting for. What do you think about the series so far? Before we even get into the shoes.
I think the series is competitive. I think the storylines are great on both ends. I think, from Golden State standpoint, for them to be the quote unquote like underdog in some cases is great for their bulletin board material, because kind of like literally us against the world type of thing.
Right.
Everyone in the U.S. wants them to lose. They're all going for Toronto, like that whole thing, like us against everybody. That mentality bodes well with that ball club. I think that them kind of getting punched in the mouth game 1.
Yeah.
It helped for the rest of the series. We're like, all right, we got to play. I think injuries are obviously going to play a huge factor.
Oh yeah.
Golden State's depth is it's slim to none, and we got guys going out left to right. I think Boogie Cousins coming back, having the game that he had yesterday, that was remarkable. Good for him. Shout out to Boogie. Listen, so far, I'll be at 1-1. I'd much rather be 2-0. I'd much rather sweep and things of that nature. That would be more what I would like as a fan. But as far as watching basketball in the series, I think it's competitive and it's good. I've enjoyed it thus far.
Right. Same here. I mean, I hadn't watched much basketball. Shout out to Air JP, man. Thank you for the $5 dono. I've enjoyed this series surprisingly, because I was a little bitter about not seeing LeBron in the final, and I'm actually rooting for the Warriors, and here's my rationale behind rooting for the Warriors. Maybe it's just a country thing, man. It's my country versus another country. I have nothing against Canada, but I'm going with the U.S. And even though I think that we probably get maybe a dope shoe or two from Nike if Toronto were to win, I'm rooting for the Warriors, and I almost see them as being kind of an underdog, and I honestly don't want to see the Raptors beat them so they can talk stuff about LeBron and his legacy when LeBron played an entirely different team. I mean, he played them the first time without Durant, but I mean, you got Clay hurt too.
Right.
And I mean, I know they have Boogie, but Boogie's not what Boogie was.
I know.
He's not full strength. You got older Iguodala, and then Clowney's hurt. They've got a really riddled team.
Oh, Looney.
Looney. He's
because Kawhi bodied the hell out of him.
And then
early in the game.
They don't have Harrison or Barn, or what's that dude's name?
Oh yeah,
he was a nice garbage player.
Well, he was a starter. That's ultimately who KD came in for. You know what I mean? So like that was the upgrade. It's like, oh, we got rid of Harrison Barnes, so we got KD. Like that was a huge upgrade, because Barnes was bricking mad shots in the 2016 finals, which not for nothing, he hit a couple of those, especially Game 7. That's a whole different story. You don't even worry about the block, the shot, and the stop.
Right.
It's back to back, and made me know KD.
What's good, Demetrius Reynolds, man? Thanks for the $10 dono.
I think the trolling has been hilarious. Like all the
it's been great.
Like that's been a lot of comedic relief. I think Drake, all that talk. The photoshopping. It's all hilarious. Like
I want to see if they make a crying Drake though.
They got one. I've seen one, but yeah. Listen. If Toronto were to lose, he's going to be the butt of the jokes, because listen.
Oh yeah, he's going to swallow that sword. For sure.
See you in the Bay, Aubrey.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad for him, but he ain't gonna care. Let's see here. What's everybody else saying? I saw Air JP saying that he'd like to see Toronto win is something different, and I get that, and
he left the comment, and listen. And when it comes to like Warriors and stuff, I'm very used to people taking like the opposite approach, especially when he was going against Braun. I feel like a lot of the Curry hate stemmed from him beating him in 2015.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's why I hated them. I mean they beat my team, so they ain't playing my team now.
And they became, public enemy number 1. They got hated on even though they went 73-9, and everyone makes the big deal of the 3-1. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because he beat LeBron. It's because he got unanimous MVP. He got back-to-back MVP. That whole story of rhetoric that people turned on him, and he is, hated on. Like, he could drop 30 a game and people still find something to hate on. It doesn't matter.
Right.
And I appreciate people like Iguodala who acknowledge that, or even Draymond Green who acknowledge that and continue to, kind of push the narrative. Like, yeah, like I stand by my guy. Like, why do you? Because Iggy said post game yesterday, he said, why do you continue to play her? How do you do this? Why do you give the effort? He's like, I do it for Steph. That's such a good guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's my guy. I'm protecting his legacy. I'll do anything I got to do. So like people are literally laying it out for Steph just because of the negative backlash he gets and how cool, calm, and collective and just like overall good dude he is.
Now I see Word said, just ended and the Warriors basically broke the NBA. But I think, right now we're at a turning point. I think next year we're gonna see some differences. Let me ask you this question: with you being a Warriors and a Knicks fan, KD goes to New York.
Hell yeah!
And
let's go.
Kyrie comes to New York.
Hell yeah!
The Warriors and the Knicks in the finals.
Knicks tape.
Are you're Knicks?
Knicks tape, baby. Oh yeah. Listen, I love Steph. Don't get me wrong, but I've been following Steph since college. I've been a Knicks fan since I was born.
All right.
I went through the '90s, the Reggie Miller days. I went through the lockout season and losing to the Rockets. I lose to the Spurs. I dealt with all the heartache, the Miami, rivalry, all that. Charles Sprewell, LJ, Allen Houston, Pat Ewing, John Stark, Hubert Davis, like all that stuff. So if Knicks got a chance to win a championship, I'll take that.
So if the Warriors win, though, is that it? Like, do you look at your Warriors stuff a little funny? Like, is that
not at all?
Okay, all right,
not at all. Like, if the Warriors were to beat the Knicks in the finals, like, would I hate the Warriors?
Yeah,
they still got a lot of dudes on that team that I like.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like I'll still be genuinely happy for Steph and Clay and Dre. Like, I like that unit. You know what I mean? Like, I like that team that Mark Jackson put together, and basically he took just like he was right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel bad for Mark Jackson. He was right there, and Steve Kerr pretty much just comes in, inherits his team, and does the damn thing. But if they were to beat the Knicks, I'm not gonna hate them. Like, I'll be disappointed as a Knicks fan, and it would hurt, but I would still be happy for them. In the same way where when the Cavs beat the Warriors, I was happy for Kyrie. I was still genuinely happy for Kyrie, even though I was wholeheartedly rooting for the Warriors.
All right, I got you. And I see Heads Ain't Ready said Knicks aren't making the finals. Kev, you haven't watched enough basketball. I've watched a lot of basketball, and
it's a hypothetical.
It's a hypothetical. Number one. Number two, I said if they had Kyrie, Durant, and you get another piece in there, it's possible. Out of the East, you get Kawhi out of the East.
Right. So here's the thing, right? They didn't get Zion, which ultimately kind of ruins their chance to go from nothing to something.
Right.
They might be competitive next year. I don't know if they'll be championship competitive. It all depends, right? In terms of what offseason moves they make. June 30th is going to be really, really interesting from a free agency standpoint. See where guys kind of move and who's the first big piece to kind of, create that domino effect. But pretty much as we speak right now, deals are being made under the table.
Oh yeah,
guys
for sure.
know where they're going. Kyrie knows where he's going, or has a pretty good idea as to where he's going. There's rumors that say he's not going to the Knicks. It's going to be between Brooklyn and the Clippers.
Ugh.
And then you hear rumors that Kawhi's going to the Clippers. So you're like, oh shit! Like Doc Rivers coaching, you have Kawhi and Kyrie. Like, that's pretty sick too.
They need another piece, I think.
Yeah, of course, but then you got time to get that piece.
Right.
I'd rather have 2 out of the 3 pieces ready to go on July 1st and figure out the rest after that. So I don't know.
I think that he said those guys are head cases in the biggest market in the world. Bad recipe. Plus, they're not going. You never know. I mean, the markets I don't think really matter because at this point, small market, big market, you're gonna still get that. Your voice is still heard. It's not like back in the 80s where you had to play in New York, Chicago, Florida, or Chicago or California.
Right. Small market teams are at a disadvantage to attract players because they don't have anything in their demographic to bring someone there and to keep them there. They also have to stay within the salary cap because they don't have as much money,
Right.
to pay that luxury tax. So,
But I mean, shit. Cleveland.
State.
Cleveland is a small market as they come, and
Yeah, but fucking billionaire behind them though.
yeah, but there's other teams have longer pockets in their revealing if they really wanted to.
They're more so the exception as opposed to the rule, just because of LeBron James. Like they drafted James.
Right.
He's just from Ohio. You know what I mean? He's from Akron. So he went back there, kind of like unfinished business type stuff. Normally, you don't have that. A superstar leaves and never comes back. You know what I'm saying? Like Shaq didn't go back and play with Orlando.
I mean, they don't come back until they stink. Like
or that, or they come back and they sign a one-day contract to retire. To
yeah, well, I mean, Wade played a season. He played a season.
He played a couple.
Did he get 2 in with Miami? 2 or 3?
Yeah, but I'm thinking
1.5, because he was with Cleveland and half of that.
Right, he got traded.
So, yeah, man. I mean, whatever. And then, so let's also talk about these Raptor 4s. I have a pair, but I don't feel like grabbing them.
Okay, mine's still Super DS. I haven't even thought about wearing mine.
So, and you got the new pair.
Oh hell yeah.
So, what's the resale? I saw it was like $250 yesterday.
I know that this pair started to go down. People were like,
"Oh yeah."
I saw. Was it T Ward said he immediately sold his pair on StockX, and then copied the Drake signature pair.
I actually think that the first pair is a nicer shoe. Like I like the tongue better. Like the other one looks like it. I mean, it's more of a classic tongue, but I think the other one looks, more quality. But I'm gonna wear them.
I like them both. I don't care.
I like them.
Yeah.
But I don't. People were talking about, hey, you thought these resale were gonna be great. Then they're already at $250, and a lot of people haven't gotten theirs yet. So a lot of people bought them. And, hey, you're going to get rid of your other ones and take a L on money because those are under retail. They'll be under retail, especially if they're at 200.
I don't take an L.
Yeah, I mean, but some people got to get rid of them. Some people aren't going to keep 2. They're not going to keep 2 on staff.
No.
So,
well, I mean, regardless, if I needed to, I could figure it out. Like, I'm not going to take an L. But don't cop the other pair. I don't know what to tell you. Like, the other pair is not like none of the OVO pairs have been like a big ticket outside of the first pair, and then that died down significantly. The 12s still have a little bit of resale value, but the 8s are basically bricks. The 4s, when they took the signature off, were bricks. And these aren't going to jump out the window either.
Hey, shout out to Gabriel Kicks, man. Glad to help, bro. Put y'all in connection. Hey, if you guys need the Puerto Rico, was it the ones? Puerto Rico Air Max 1. Holler at the homie L, Dominican Coquille, to get you set up. I think he's got like everything except for 7. So hit him up. Then if you want me to broker. I mean, I'm not gonna broker, but I'll introduce y'all. If you feel funny, just DMing a dude. Let me know. But let's go ahead and hit the last one real quick. And I think we might have talked about this maybe a couple episodes ago, but we can kind of get into it. We have a little bit better numbers on this now, but we're going to talk about Trump's tariffs and how they affect sneakerheads. I'll let Maul run the ball with this one. I mean, and there's some bullet points. I don't know if you're on your phone, you may not be able to read what this says, but it actually breaks down the difference in cost if things were to go through the way that they're saying.
So, first and foremost, I don't think you can actually tell like what the impact will be until it happens. Secondly, The big story is that a lot of the footwear companies, accordingly, over 170 footwear companies, wrote a letter or signed a letter to President Trump voicing their concerns with the effect that the tariffs could have on the footwear industry, and the fact that it was almost like a threat, like it was going to be a direct pass through to the American consumer, and it would increase the cost of shoes per purchase per year. Like they try to give an estimate of ultimately what that would amount to.
Right.
So the bullet point three, new tariffs could cost U.S. consumers $7 billion a year.
Right.
That's a hefty number. It also depends on how much you buy and this, that, and the third. And there's a lot of different variables as far as how you get to that. The typical performance running shoe goes from 150 to 206.25, and hunting boots go from 190 to 248.56. So you can see like it's bigger than just like streetwear, footwear, and stuff like that. Like they're trying to make sure they understand that it's going to make an impact on people across the board.
So
and
I
really
mean,
kind of pulling your heartstrings.
yeah, and I hope
like, listen.
I hope he doesn't do it because you look at this bullet point here. Shoes might go from a standard 150 shoe could go to 206.25. So basically, you're looking at a $60 markup. Now, $60 to some people might not, it may not deter them from buying a shoe, but it definitely will change the landscape of a lot of resellers, and also probably will. Do you think that they would stop making as many? They would make it like more limited.
I think they would have to kind of test the numbers. So, for example, say they drop a Jordan 13 bread. This is just hypothetical, and that they charge $220, right? Because what was it, $190 last time it came out? They keep jacking it, $150, $190.
Yeah,
they make their own prices, even though there were no tariffs and prices seemingly went down. They decided they were going to jack up the resale price, but that's neither here nor there. So you go from 190 to 220 on a bread 13, and then them should sit. They just sit, and then at the outlets, and you got to get rid of them for 120. They're gonna be like, all right, well, next time we come out with a release, we gotta shrink the quantity so that we keep the demand and not lose as much on the bottom line. Because if they're gonna increase it, X percent, but still lose Y, doesn't make sense for them to continue at that price at that quantity. So you're gonna find ourselves kind of similar to 2015. Well, post 2015, where they started, really kind of limiting shoes, riding the hype, and things of that nature. So it could change the landscape of how Nike and other footwear companies put out releases. They may not be as open to kind of flooding the market and taking a small L and then getting it back on the next one.
Right, or maybe we're gonna get less flight.
Right.
But
that's fine. You want to get rid of the team jump and shit.
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
I mean, they make their money regardless because they send it to the mom and pop who can't sell it and get their bread that way. But the shit that kills me is like the market, especially like footwear companies. I follow that shit like all the time. They're all taking a hit, but then you put out a loader like this where it basically says like it's going to be a pass through. Like we're not taking an L on the bottom line.
Right.
Well, then
we stop buying.
The stock in and of itself is still, it's still going down in the same capacity as all the the rest of the market. So if it's being stated that they're still going to maintain whatever profit margin they're looking for, then I would expect less volatility on those companies, even though it doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah, and he's got something going on with Mexico too. I saw he was talking about putting a tariff on them, and then they said that they were going to put one back. So, and then DJ Mel B said, what's really the point of him doing that? Isn't that because we owe China a bunch of money? I'm not exactly sure on what the deal is.
China and Russia have a tremendous amount of U.S. debt. Like they have a lot of bonds. So he may be trying to compensate for that. It could just be one big giant pissing match for all we know.
Right.
The fact of the matter is,
yeah, I don't know. And
if you haven't finished one deal, you probably shouldn't start up with another.
Exactly.
So obviously, right, because China's threatened to basically cut us off from a lot of their rare metals, which is used for phones and other pieces of technology that we use here in the U.S. The stuff in Mexico is very big in the automotive industry, food, things of that nature. So it's like you probably want to limit, who you piss off. You don't want to get it from all angles. You can't run it exactly like a business and play hardball and shit like that, with the country. If with the business, if you go bankrupt, whatever, you can kind of pick yourself up and start again. countries go bankrupt. That's it, man. Like,
Yeah, it's a wrap.
you're talking depression. You know what I'm saying? Hoovervilles.
Yeah, it's
So
hopefully I don't know. Hopefully all this stuff doesn't come to fruition. Unfortunately, I mean, he's still got a decent amount of time left. So
well, and that's another thing. It's like part of his whole campaign and the reason why people got behind him was because he was business savvy and they thought he would be good for the economy. That's why a lot of these Fortune 500 companies were willing to back him, whether they got backlash or not.
right,
You know, that being said, last year the market was down over 10%. It was about a 20% swing from the highs in September. If you have another year this year, and say with all the tariffs and the trade wars and everything else, that ends negatively, you now got 2 out of 3 whole years going into election year where the market was down. So
right.
at that point, you know, my narrative is, well, you inherited a better situation, which is why it was up in 2017. And then once you actually had a chance to
Do what you needed to do.
put your workings in, it started to decline. So it changes how you approach your campaign and things of that nature. I'm sure the Republicans can spin it, and I've heard,
Oh yeah,
you know,
it's already
different ways that they could go about it. But the fact of the matter is, you know, 75% of your term, or 50% of your term, whatever the case may be, by the time we get there, we've had a negative market.
right. Welcome to Politics and Kicks.
That's it.
On the Monday
Butter butter. If it means they have to pay more, you should probably be concerned about it. So,
exactly.
you know, with that being said, man, rock the vote. Make sure, you know, you get out there in the polls. It's early, but I'm sure you're starting to get a lot of those local voting cards and things of that nature. Pay attention, man, because shit that's going on is crazy.
It is important. So we are gonna go ahead and wind her down. Let's get into the hashtag hero. But we'll hold on. Welcome to the hashtag hero, sponsored by 89 Manufacturing Company, the Container Store, and Unbox app. Special shout out to the homie Adam J. Ellsworth. He was our sole provider last show. We had some love today, so I appreciate that. But I guess I could go to my shout outs. Let's see here. First of all, shout out to all you guys for rocking with us. I know we took a couple weeks off. I didn't know how many people were gonna get back when we first started up, earlier in the show. There was only a couple of us in here, and that's fine. Like, I have no problems with that. But it was dope to see everybody in here, mixing up. Hopefully, a lot of people can come out to Dallas. We're gonna talk about it every week to just kind of give everybody perspective on where we're gonna be at, what we're gonna be doing. Hopefully everybody can come out and kick it. And we're not about no drama. We're just trying to have a good time, positive vibes, and hopefully everybody's cool. But I think everybody's gonna be good. So
I don't
yeah,
no commitment yet. Don't quote me.
Hey man, you coming, man? You gotta. Let's see here. All right, let me go ahead and hit this here. Shout out to Big Boy Sneaks 43, Retro Boom and O, Footwork Official, 313 Retro Queen, Need More Nick, Fresh Kicks 3, Unbox app, Sha Fitness, Tattoo Art, Shalico, IBA Sneakerhead, Trizzle 5586, D-Lo 1014, Slick Rick, Bam Adrian, J Soul, JB, Mr. Kicks Connoisseur, and that's all I have on here. If we missed, then I apologize. Hit me up, and I will make sure to get you on the next one. Mom, you want to take us?
Yeah, man. Take them to church. As Kev said, appreciate everybody rocking with us. Appreciate all the thumbs up. Yeah, man, that 2-week hiatus felt much longer than just 2 weeks. Hope everyone had a good Memorial Day last week. Shout out to Dan, one-legged lister. I know days like that seem to be rough.
Right.
Considering everything that he's been through. Shout out to Marcus, who hopefully is vertical and not on the ground crawling in danger. he said his internet was down, but he might have just fell. So who knows? Somebody go check out our brother. I am not sure about SecretCon Dallas. That it was a hard no. These guys are really working me, trying to get me to go. And I'm. It's just TBD.
Yeah, we need the squad, man. We need the squad. We need everybody out there. Make sure we're gonna let y'all know. Join the Facebook group because I think that we're gonna try to like put some of the more detailed information there. That way, we can kind of make sure who's going. Yeah, man, it's gonna be tank tops and draws. But yeah, if you join the Facebook group, I think we're gonna try to put some of the plans there. And I don't want anybody to think that we didn't invite them. It's hard to remember everybody. So, I definitely want, if you're out there and you want to hang, then, I'm definitely down. Buy me a drink. I'll buy you a drink. I might not buy you a drink. I might just cheers you because, I'm broke. But
I'm on a diet. I got to worry about drinking.
Yeah, I mean, you drinking out there in that heat too. Woo!
Oh, yeah, you'll be.
I seen Big Hurt came in at the end, and I seen Hella Laced. She will be in the building.
Hey.
Let's see here.
Now, not only that, but I'm trying to make a trip out to the Bay. You heard? So
man, come out with your homies though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, that's bucket list shit. So
you've been to Bay. You've been to the Bay.
I've been to Oracle. And I ain't been to the NBA Finals. So listen, if I got a chance to make a power move, I gotta do it.
Man, I hope they already get these games out of the way, so when they come back to Toronto, it's just too late.
Listen, I'll take a trip to Toronto. Yo,
hey, Toronto cheaper.
No, it's not.
It's not cheaper for you. It's closer.
No. The resale on the tickets are higher. It's like a G
because
they like 800 to 900 to get in. Not even like the whole Canadian thing. Just like US dollars, like $900 to get a ticket in Toronto. Average price in the Bay is like $600-700.
Man, well, I need a passport anyway. Like mine just like last year. This year, it lapsed, so I need to get one. But shit, that's all I got. We got done in under an hour, or right at an hour. So we're trying to get like that. Let us know how you guys feel about the condensed version. Do you feel better? Do you like the hour better? Do you like 2 hours? Let us know one way or another. DMs, whatever. As long as it's not some nasty pictures, it's welcome. Or negative stuff. I don't like negative stuff, man. Keep that. But we're out. And this is the hashtag heroes. I just made a quick little something. But there you go.
Domination.
Thank you for supporting the Monday Midsole. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all next Monday. Peace.